work you got.
And that pivot is a great lesson that I want to expand on a little bit more. I mentioned we're not doing distribution. It's the exact reason why we are doing weddings, right? When you're talking about your cost of acquiring a customer in the distribution sense, you usually got to grease the wheels of distributors and get them to put it higher up in their portfolio, and their margins get lower and lower and lower. There's no profits to be had. And I think the core question every entrepreneur needs to have is, how do you take money and turn it into more money? That's it. That's how you run a business. And so when you're talking about advertising and marketing and really business development, this becomes the biggest skill set you need to acquire, and the hat you need to put on as a social entrepreneur or as an entrepreneur. You need to figure out how to take money and turn it into more money than it was. So what we found is that we're a database for $500 a month on this website called The Knot. We get about 20 inquiries a month from The Knot. We bring them in for a tour. About probably 6 of those 20 come in for a tour, and probably, actually, I should probably actually look at the numbers I'm guessing over here. Okay, I would actually say 10 out of the 20, and I think we close about 4 out of the 10. So we're turning a $500 business development expense to be on this website into what is $25,000, $35,000 of revenue that comes from 4 weddings. Some weddings, by the way, if they're large enough, and we do a little bit of remodeling at the place to accommodate these 200-person weddings, that could be a $30,000 wedding from the get, because you bring out 200 people, you spend $150 per person. That's a fairly common wedding budget. Goodness gracious, that for us represents something I've never seen in all my 10 years of entrepreneurship. I've tried to acquire couples, come in for date nights. I've tried to market and advertise and storytell and all this stuff. Transactions are where it's at, and sales for weddings and events is what's working for us. Why is it working? Remember I mentioned we'd go to wine buyers, and a 1 out of 100 would be like, this is cool, but the other 99 would be like, this is dumb. When you're working with a wedding party, bride and groom, sometimes groom and sometimes bride and bride, it's all good. But typically, who's making the decision on where their wedding is going to be? And what are our products predisposed for? It's not just for women, but I'm telling you right now, women aren't trying to be seen with a craft beer in their hand. You know? All right. Well, broadly speaking, there's an opportunity in the marketplace to do what craft beer did for really these grizzly bearded men who are like, I love craft beer and I love being seen with craft beer. But what does a woman want to be seen with? A dainty cocktail, a feminine wine. It's a totally different paradigm. And I'll tell you right now, the flavors and everything about it positions itself well for women. What else? It's designed. Do you have any idea how many plants we have in our building? It's crazy.
It's cool. If you guys didn't open I give you permission.
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah. Instagram walls, like this is actually designed, and it's just what is working for us. So I think if just once again to encapsulate what I was trying to say so it can be a talking point for you to take it in, figure out through your testing how to take money through business development and turn it into more money. If something's not working, abandon it. I abandoned the distribution. It was going to take too long. My energies could have been spent somewhere else. This is also closely tied to an economic principle called opportunity cost. Think about opportunity costs as entrepreneurs. Super important. You could be doing this, but you could be doing something else that might be better. That's important.